We welcome in Finn Thomson here, getting ready for the opener on Saturday, the Orange Junior. Finn, thanks so much for joining us today. Got to be exciting here with a real one coming up on Saturday.
Hey, guys. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. We're really excited.
All right, so there's a lot of hype going into this season from the outside. How much are you guys feeling that within the program as you get ready for this year?
Yeah, we're really trying not to listen to any of that stuff. Obviously, a lot of our guys are older. We're more experienced now, so we only got one thing on our minds. We're going to take it day by day, and we just want to get a national championship.
You know, that's always the goal of Syracuse Lacrosse, right? Like, regardless of how the year goes, that is always the stated goal in advance. But now that a lot of you guys have been through it here, like, there's a lot of people in your year, Finn, juniors, that have, been through this step-by-step process the last few years. What has that taught you guys as you head into this season about what it's going to take to go all the way?
Yeah, it definitely teaches you a lot. Just from on-the-field experience helps tremendously with confidence and stuff like that. But also just knowing what it takes and realizing that the team that sells out the most for the guy next to you is going to win. That really comes with experience, and we have a lot of that this year, and we're really excited about it. And
I think a lot of the way, especially the way you guys play offense, with a lot of box lacrosse stuff built in, a lot of motion, a lot of high speed passing. A lot of that is reps and familiarity with guys. How well does the whole offensive crew just kind of know what everybody's all about right now?
Yeah, it's definitely taken some steps over the past couple of years, and this year we're looking pretty good. We're all pretty dialed in. We all have built a decent amount of chemistry up, and we're really excited to get after it and play together and show, I guess, Cuse and everyone else nationwide about how ready we are.
All right, Finn Thomson is with us, and Finn, for those that don't know, Finn's Canadian, coming down here to play. You guys, every summer you go back up and play a box up there in the summer. Joey Spallina's been up playing against you the last few summers up there, and just he was wrecking shop this year. What's it like for you guys to see an American guy up there doing what he did the last couple of summers?
Yeah, it's awesome. He's obviously got some of the best hands in the team, some of the best hands in the world. So I mean, he's a quick learner. He picked it up really fast, and he showed it off, and he's definitely a hell of a player, and it's fun to see, fun to watch.
When you get to play with him on the Syracuse team, how much do you notice that blending in, and what does it do for you guys on offense when you know that a guy like him, like, he knows what you're all doing? Like, he can get the ball to any of you at any time.
Yeah, he understands the game, and I think box lacrosse helped him a lot with his vision and his hands and his pick and roll game and IQ, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's great having an American who fits right in with us, and he's a hell of a player, and he's fun to watch.
Playing for a guy like Gary Gate, who loves that style, right? Who loves the idea of creativity. How much does he, just the idea of that turn you guys loose to have fun with it and be able to do that type of stuff?
Yeah, he says it every day. He says, have fun with it, enjoy it, live life. He's really about having fun with your friends, and lacrosse is better when you don't think. When you're having fun, lacrosse is a lot more fun, and winning is fun as well. So that's really what Coach Gate relays to us, and we try to pass that down in the locker room. But on the offensive side, it's really fun to hear what Coach Gate has to say with his creative mind and his box lacrosse IQ and field lacrosse IQ. But just learning from the best is awesome.
I feel like you're getting coached by the two opposite ends of the spectrums, right? Like, Gary is as laid back as you'd like. Pat Marsh is about as intense as you'd like as a coach. What's that balance like when you guys are at practice and during a game?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty fun. Coach Marsh usually takes the keys to the offense with the 6-on-6 and stuff like that. And then Coach Gate has the man up, which is it's a fun dynamic having both of them around. And they definitely complement each other well. They obviously both know a lot about the game, both field and box. So just listen to whatever they have to say is key, and they know what they're talking about. So.
Finn Thomson is our guest, Syracuse junior, and Finn, you've been running midi here the last couple of years. You came in as an attackman. How do you hope to be utilized for the team this year?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do whatever the coach is asking me. That's what all of our guys are going to do, and that's what we do best. Our offense is a pretty free-flowing offense, so it doesn't really matter where you play. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really excited what we can do this year.
I go back to last year. You guys made the quarters, and you don't get the game against Denver. That was, nip and tuck the whole way. Has that game driven you this offseason when you get that close to the Final Four?
Yeah, big time. It's the standard at Syracuse is to win a national championship, and getting that close isn't close enough, and we know that. So we came back this year. We're building the blocks that we need to build, and we're going to build off of last year, and we're gonna get after it.
I know you guys say you try to tune out like the outside hype around you, but you know the history of Syracuse lacrosse. Obviously, your head coach was a significant part of it, and this team has not won a title in longer than they'd like. Like, does that weigh on you guys, knowing the history, or is that just something that you want to be the group to turn it back around?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some pressure when you play at Syracuse because of its history, but pressure makes diamonds, and we really want to strive to bring Syracuse back, and we're excited to do that.
All right, we got Finn Thomson with us, and who better to give us a scout of the other end of the field than you, who's got to play against the defensive end of the field every day in practice. Yeah, bringing a lot back at that end, except the goalie. We know Will Mark had such a good career here the last couple of years. What's it been like going against that group in practice here for the last month?
Yeah, it's sick. They've made a lot of progress. Even without Will Marks, they're still pretty dialed in. They're a good group. They got a lot of leadership back there, and we've taken some strides in the past couple of years. Obviously, we have some more experienced guys back there as well, not just up front. And they're gonna bust their asses every night, and we're gonna have a good season back there as well.
For you personally, who is the toughest Orange defender for you to go against?
Me personally, it's definitely Riley Figueres.
Okay, yeah, he got the number 11. Well, what's tough about going against him? Because we know he came in with a ton of hype and then missed that first year hurt. What's so tough about going against him?
Yeah, he'll just sit on you. He won't really lunge at all. He'll just sit back, wait for you to dictate whatever way, and he'll stick with you with his hands in your stick and his stick in your hands, and it's really tough to get by.
All right, we got Finn Thomson with us at Syracuse in Jacksonville, season opener on Saturday. It's only February 1st. Like, are you guys are you in lacrosse mode yet? Are you ready to go? These things get earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We are dialed in. We can't wait. We just had a scrimmage versus BU. It went well, but we can't wait to get the real show on the road.
And you're playing Jacksonville here. We all know the deal with their head coach is John Galloway, one of Syracuse's all-time greats. And, we had John on the show yesterday, Finn, and he's like, yeah, I don't know how much any of the players in this game cared that I played at Syracuse. Like, everybody that's currently playing would have been so young then. Like, does this resonate at all with you guys, who the head coach of the other team is?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Obviously, Syracuse alumni, you got to pay your respects, and that's a cool thing to see. But at the end of the day, he's on the opposing squad, and we want to win the game. So, all
right, give us an early scout of this game here as you guys are getting ready. They scored a ton of goals last year in Jacksonville. What kind of matchup are you expecting in the Dome here on Saturday?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're really gritty. They got a couple Canadians. I got a couple friends on that team. So they're gonna bust their ass, and they're gonna want to play this game like the national championship. So we're gonna treat it the same way.
All right, it's going to be a big one. Noon in the Dome on Saturday as Syracuse lacrosse officially back on the field here in 2025. Finn, thanks so much for hopping on for a few minutes, and best of luck Saturday in this season.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right, there he is, Finn Thomson. Finn was a major recruit. That was one of when Gary got the job. That was like one of his first order of business. Is like, yeah, I'm going to go get the best player in Canada. I'll be right back. And then he came right back. He's like, yeah, here's Finn Thomson, and let's go. Finn had a massive summer this year in box lacrosse up in Canada. The leading scorer, though, in Junior A up in Canada was one Joey Spallina, an American. How about that? So the Syracuse is going to have that ball's going to be whipping around here. Like, the Syracuse offense, when it's clicking this year, is going to be probably the most impressive thing in college lacrosse. When it's clicking, the key is, will it be clicking at all the times when necessary? We got to the quarterfinal game last season, and Denver unclicked it. It was not clicking that day in a 10-8 loss to end last season, and thus is the question: will Syracuse finally make it back to the place that used to be like the no-brainer, the Final Four? They made it 22 years in a row. Now have not made it once in the last 12. So see if they can get back to Foxborough for the Final Four this season and make a run at what would be national championship number 12 if they can pull it off. Like that, there are some dudes. Thomson, Hiltz, Spallina, hearing that might be the starting attack this year. If those three can all go together on attack, like that ball's going to be humming. Absolutely humming around. Michael Leo, I thought, was fantastic down the stretch last year. We might see him some at attack, him some at midfield. How's the goalie situation going to shake out with still having a battle right now? We'll learn more about that on Saturday after Will Mark was so good the last couple of years. Going to be interesting, but looking at this is the most talented top to bottom Syracuse lacrosse team in years and years. Years and years. Time is now. We'll see if they can make it back to the Final Four, make a run at title number 12. With that, we'll step aside for a few. Hop back with the 411 after this here on Q Sports Talk and ESPN Radio.
Hey, this is